We're a family of 5, and this year I'm trying to grow as much of our food as possible from right here in our backyard. Let me show you what we got going on so far. And yes, I'm sick. Leave me alone. We planted these strawberries about a week ago, and I'm shocked at how much they've already grown. The temperature is just rising and dropping here in Northeast Ohio, and these guys just don't seem to care. We have 14 Eversweet, Everbearing strawberry plants in this 6x3 raised bed. We also planted 7 onions just all around the corners for pest control. And like I said, it's only been a week, and some of these guys have already tripled the size that they originally were when I planted them. I still have to get to the store to get some straw to cover the bed with. One, so that it retains moisture for the strawberries and keeps them cool during the summer months. And also so that when they start producing fruit, the strawberries aren't touching the soil. Garlic is looking wonderful, big and green and flourishing. And then in the same bed, I planted my onions last week as well. Now we did have a hard frost last night, and I do blame that on why they look so droopy, but I'll reassess in a few days. The stems close to the soil are still nice and firm, so I don't think they're dying. I just think they're wore out from the temperature changes overnight. I did plant spinach and lettuce in this bed, and slowly but surely they're starting to pop up. Also sprinkled the remaining seeds in this bed just all over, and they're also starting to pop up. This is my potato patch so far. I planted roughly 100 potatoes in here. Nowhere close to being done. I just did the bare minimum. The day that I was planting my potatoes, I got my mower stuck in the middle of the yard. My coworker that lives really close to me, her and her boyfriend came and helped me push it out. And by the time my husband got home, it was raining and I just did not get to finishing it. Then I came down with this sickness, and this is just how it's been left so far. However, the thought here is it's an above ground trench system idea I had where I just laid down cardboard, threw the potatoes on top and covered them with soil, and I'm going to continue hilling them with soil as they grow. It's a no-dig system. Hopefully it works. And I also have about 30 to 40 more seed potatoes I need to plant probably this coming up weekend. 2 out of our 6 raspberry bushes look like they're starting to come to life. The other 4, nothing yet, but I'm sure with time they'll start waking up. We planted 6 heritage red raspberry plants, and I'm really looking forward to those. This coming up weekend, we're going to fill up these 2 beds right here behind me, and we're going to plant our carrots, and then we're going to fill up our blueberry bed right here and plant our 5 blueberry bushes, as long as my sickness subsides. I did just collect 4 eggs also from my chickens. It's a bit early, probably about 3 hours before I usually collect them. I usually get between 7 and 8 a day, but pretty soon I'm probably going to be getting a dozen a day because our new hens that we added to our flock are going to be laying any day now. And up here in the bucket garden in our driveway, our broccoli definitely took a hit last night with the hard frost. It looks droopy and sad, but I know it'll bounce back. Strawberries in the container garden look fine, not as great as the ones in the raised bed, but honestly, that's exactly what I was expecting anyways. More room to grow, more room to flourish. I also have 27 Hungarian heart tomatoes started in my room under my grow lights. We just up-potted them last night to these red Solo cups. We went with Hungarian heart because it's an heirloom variety that's good for canning, fresh eating, and making roasted tomato sauce. our parsley's finally starting to come up too. This is obviously just the beginning of our 2026 growing season. If you want to see how much my tissues. If you want to see how much we're able to grow and produce from right here in our backyard to feed our family of 5, feel free to follow along. Till then, watch this next one.